you have experience with AWS cloud?
No, I have not have an experience on AWS. It's on.
Okay, you have experience with Spring Boot, REST, and
Yeah, yeah.
do you have experience with Spring and Hibernate as well?
Basically, I have started my career with Spring Boot only. Hibernate also not full on, not sure. If I got an opportunity, I can work on Hibernate as well. It's because basically JPA is internally uses the Hibernate.
Okay,
Hibernate is an old means internally uses a JPA only uses Hibernate. JPA has many Hibernate has many configurations and all XML and all. That is not now and all used by using JPA.
okay.
Yeah.
So can you please share your Notepad plus plus? I'll
Okay.
give some programs.
Sure. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll ping you one string. You need to remove.
Strings. Sorry, I think I am not able to see the chat in the
Wait. I'll
message.
ping you.
No, there is no
One
chat
second.
option here. If you ping, I don't know. Okay, just ping me. I think if I can come or not.
You can see. Can you open the chat?
That's what there's no chat option here coming up.
There is no option.
Yeah.
Okay. You can just type it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No problem.
Hmm.
In the double inside the double quotes,
Hmm.
Spring is a framework. Spring space is a framework. You can type the sentence. You are not your Notepad plus plus is not visible to me.
Uh, One second. Okay, I will open Notepad only.
Can you stop and share again? I think there is a problem, network problem.
Sure. Okay. One second. Can you see my screen now? Notepad.
Not yet.
Okay. It's still presenting. Now.
Not yet.
No data. That meeting notepad only. Outside notepad. Presenting notepad.
Yes, now I can see.
Oh, okay, you can see the notepad. Okay. Yeah.
So this is the string.
Hmm.
You have to remove white space
Oh,
without using any Java function.
without using any.
Java inbuilt functions.
Okay, I need to remove the space. Huh?
Yeah, white spaces.
Okay. Public string remove space. So here string final one is equals to remove the space. Into I equal to 0. Is less than str dot char of is equals to dot to char is equal to char then ch modeling details and plus then if ch of I equal to integrate not equal to this something. Sort final line. This will like remove the one second. Yeah, this will remove the character of space in the string. Hello. Parusha.
Yeah. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so one more program.
Okay.
So there are some numbers in a string. Don't delete it. Have you deleted that?
No. I kept in a separate shell. Okay, I
Okay,
will
the
write you
same
one.
notepad you can type.
Yeah.
There is a string which contains some number. You can take any string.
Yes.
You can say it's a Java program or anything.
Okay.
Java program. In between you have some numbers. Okay.
Okay. Value is Java program and having numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So these numbers you need to add. You need to sum all these numbers by ignoring these characters.
Okay. Yeah. One second. Integer and some values string. Send ch of I and val is equal to 0 ch of I integer dot parts int parts int of int password val is equal to password. If some error comes, we return the trackers log try catch section name. Okay, int password val, it is passed, then it will comes, or else it will not come. Password val, okay, val is equals to val plus password val. And this is completed. After that that is passed, that is a number, and a number, so that is adding to that value will be having the value, if not one, and you can yeah, this is also done person like I'm passing that value. If that is can't pass, then it will throw exception, then it will be low once again the for loop come up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you have experience with Oracle database?
basically I have worked on MySQL and Microsoft SQL. I think there is no that much difference on Oracle.
Okay. So you can write queries, right,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
SQL?
yeah, I can.
Okay. Can you write a query? There is an employee table with duplicate employee names. Okay. So you need to find all the duplicate employee names. How many times is repeated? Basically, you need to print the employee which is repeated or which is duplicated this number of time, n number of time that you need to print.
Okay, so because we consider employee as a table and as a employee names as a one, so we can have select name comma count of star, count of name only we can do from employee where employee group by, so something is happening, group by okay, group by group by name. So yeah, this one like we are grouping the value. If name has a 2 value, then that count will be shown in the response in the table, grouping by, if we do group.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between hash map and current hash map?
Yeah, so hash map and concurrent hash map. Basically, concurrent hash map is a thread safe. So the thread safe in the sense we can tell that is like reading is not a thread safe, and writing, while writing any in a loop anything, if you are doing any writing and writing in the for particular position, then that will be in a thread mode, threading safe, so that other any other thread we should be not what modified. Means basically hash map is like the map we can store key and value pair, and concurrent also same. But in if you in some cases I have got an exception like concurrent hash map error, where we will be using concurrent map like if in a for loop or if any iterating or anything, while iterating also if you are doing any adding or removing the values in the iterating, then we will go for a concurrent hash map. So in the iterating also it will be like that will be deleted the if we are removing, so that time we that the concurrency will be handled using the concurrent hash map. Like basically both are same, but hash map doesn't do if we do any deletion in the middle or adding in the middle of the iteration.
Okay. Are you aware of threadful executor?
Threadful executor. I have used executor service. Threadful executor, that is also
What
a
is it? What it does?
executor service will create say threads for us, and we can use the threads, multiple threads. Like it has many methods like fixed thread or how much threads we need to generate, or else single thread, or else cache thread, how much thread we can use. Like if we have any like computable, any runnable or callable any thread we are creating, and we need a thread, means basically completable feature is another thread concept, like which we can use a executor service to that to do any kind of any operation, a task from using a thread. So that will provide the threads for us, executor service. it is executing
Okay,
and
what is blocking queue?
hmm?
What is blocking queue?
Sorry,
Blocking queue.
blocking queue
Array
in
blocking queue. Queue.
queue basically, yeah, queue I have not worked on, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is thread local?
ThreadLocal is like basically in Spring Boot and all we have a application context that's a security context that is like in the particular session or particular API which is hitted. So in every places we can retrieve the value like Spring security. If you think a Spring security context, we can get a user if you set the user details in a API while in the start of the API hit that will be you think we have a JWT token and will be encrypting and setting the value of the user's details and setting into the object and will set to the authorized means security context. Then in any places anywhere we can retrieve the value of the user's object. So that's how the thread local also it will work. Like if we use a thread local, we can use the value from any places for particular operation.
Okay, what is at the rate primary annotation in Spring Boot?
Basically, like if you have a creating you think we in Spring Boot, we if you're creating a double two databases, and primary we need to mention like this is the default primary database we need to use. So we'll be going for the other rate primary annotation in the while being creation logic. So that basically it will create the object of a particular primary one instance.
Okay. Can you explain how REST API works for to fetch employee details from the employee table or employee name based on the ID?
If you are using JPA, we'll create an entity of a JPA of an employee, and for that we'll be having a JPA repository, which is generic, and means with the generic will be value will be the employee of employee comma ID will be the if ID is a string of entity will pass a string, and by default we will be having find ID, find all, and all methods in using a JPA. If you are using if you need a extra like name is another field, so we need to by default we need to write a find by id find by name as a we need to mention, so internally it will create a query for us, and that will be used in the service layer, the jpa repository method, and the method will be accepting the name find by name is name will be accepting. So I think name will be having multiple, so it will return a list of objects. We can pass a list of object also to the UI. It means the API if we call the API needs get mapping get. So if I think yeah name is a value, so we can pass the value. You can pass in a parameter also or else in a path variable also. I think we can pass in a parameter request parameter. So that will be taken and passed to the service layer, and service will be passing to the JPA to query the find by name, and it will return the find by name as a response in the JSON format of the employee.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Nandish. I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions?